Like, if you're gonna make a video, then don't be like, well, I shouldn't be talking about this. Then just don't fucking talk about it. You should call Leon and apologize. I'd be like, fuck that old bitch. How are we? I'm here. I know I don't have a whole lot of time for this Drake shit, so this next week I'm just gonna be fucked, but it's all good. It's the life I signed up for. No point in complaining now. All right, people. So I know I'm probably gonna ask this like 4 different times. So we got two videos. We got Ludwig and we got Keffels. Which one would we, or rather, watch first? Bread last? We're about to find out. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking Ludwig too. It's funny. I didn't even care about your guys' opinion because I already have the Ludwig one up. It's shorter. You always want to do the shorter one first, you know what I mean? I don't know. People are making videos about him. I think people seem to be calling him Weasley. I don't know much about him, so I think it'll be interesting to kind of learn. The other one's like an hour and a half, I think. I'm like, fuck. I hope this is entertaining because that's a long video. Are we fucking amped up or what? It does say on the thumbnail, fake boring, so it's not looking good. All right, let's get into this bitch. The N-word. Just
Okay. Chat, we're gonna need a serious upper deck.
I've noticed, have you noticed that all like the no face guys are all showing their face now? Have you noticed that? Like the Cheeto dude, and then he's showing his face more. I wonder why that is. My mom said, hit the like button, please. She texted me that right now.
For this one, okay? This is some serious business. We're getting into some hot water here. I've known about Ludwig Agren for a while. At one point, he held the all-time record for having the most active subscribers on Twitch, beating out Ninja's record. This was during the Among Us wave, and he would always be streaming with people like Pokimane, Valkyrae, and a lot of other very brand-friendly Twitch streamers. I find all those people really boring, so I never really watched any of that stuff. I just didn't care. But a year later, he moved over to YouTube, my home turf. I'm a YouTube
Did you recover from yesterday's stream? Is your brain okay? Blink 3
times.
Oh shit, my bad. Hassan is holding you hostage.
I was from yesterday. I forgot to put that back on.
Okay, you see, I love YouTube. I have pride for the platform, despite its many problems, okay? So when this outsider moves to YouTube, I have to raise my eyebrow a little bit, okay? I'm like The Rock with the raising eyebrow.
Go ahead. Huh, yeah. Oh.
He's so funny and likable and
I
genuine.
gotta say, hey, what's going on here? We've got this Twitch immigrant coming to the site. Should we be building a wall to keep the streamers out? What do I need to be doing here? Who do I need to vote for to make sure that things go as smoothly as possible for me? But something else also happened. In 2022, I started streaming myself, and anytime I would mention Ludwig or anytime I would react to one of his videos, I would get all of these people in my chat, okay? And comment sections being like, I hate that guy. I fucking hate Ludwig. And I didn't really understand.
As I am getting right now.
Because I didn't know a lot about the guy. And then I started watching his content.
I'm not the guy for this job. I'm just not. You can look me up and down, look at my haircut, and know that I've probably listened to more video game music than regular music. And you'd be f***ing right.
Yeah, we get it, bro. You're white, okay? You're white, you're corny. Oh, I'm white, I'm corny. I don't know about rap music. Oh, I can't talk about this. Like, you're already making a video about it. Just talk about it. But this is just like, this is dumb, right? The main issue with Ludwig Agren is not that he's a bad person. He seems like a pretty nice guy. It's just that he's boring. I don't know what Ludwig thinks about anything. I don't know if he's a real person. I don't know what he thinks about any of the subjects he talks about. It's not even.
How do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like that's an acceptable thing to be in the YouTube space? Can you be a personality online and not really give much of your personality? This man, she said, is he low on testosterone? I mean, how do you guys, do you think there's a way to do that? I guess is what I'm asking. Why does my mom real? Okay, yeah, we can see my face now. Who do you think does that well? If you can. Oh, also, fuck. You know what? We're missing something. Does anyone know what we're missing? No one even brought it up. I gotta sneeze. Fuck. There it is, the little guys. Just give me a sec. But do you think there's anybody who like actually does that well? Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, we are missing our Adventure Time caricatures. All right. None of you guys gave any examples. Oh, Lex. Like Lex Friedman? Oh, yeah, I think that's... Yeah, that might be a good one. Like, you can, like, kind of like, hey, I don't want to give my opinion without being, like, a fake-ass bitch. I feel like has to be a way to do that. You said Moist is the only fence sitter you really like. Is he a fence sitter? I feel like he's not really going to talk about anything, like, necessarily political, but I don't know if he'll, like, steer clear of giving his opinion. You know what I mean? I think maybe that's why it works. Cody Cole. Okay, yeah. Again, it's like, yeah, maybe I will agree here. Like, if you're gonna make a video, then don't be like, well, I shouldn't be talking about this, because, like, then just don't fucking talk about it. You know what I mean? It's like, well, yeah, shut the fuck up. But if you're gonna talk about it, talk about it. You know? I don't know. That does seem weird. So maybe that's the route. Either go all in or just don't go in at all. No Diddy.
Remaining impartial at that point. It's just like, if you watch the Mogul Mail channel, I have no idea how he feels about anything. He seems to just kind of float aimlessly between content creators and not take any hard stance on fucking anything. And the reason he does that is because he wants to be likable. He wants to appeal to the widest, most vast quantity
Greg,
of people
appreciate
possible.
the follow, my
And
friend.
he refuses to offend pretty much
Philip
anyone, unless
DeFranco.
it's a very, very easy target who he thinks he can dunk on without losing any.
So maybe it's like if you're I feel like if you're gonna be somebody like me, obviously, who's like posting once a month, people are probably gonna want a little more from you. But if you're like posting every single day and you're just giving the news, then I feel like you should be able to get away with that, right?
Viewers. He can't allow himself to piss anyone off, and that includes his fellow live streamers, which are the real people that he stands to protect whenever they do something wrong. Which brings us to Hassan Piker.
Sure. Hassan's flashlight. Oh wow.
Of Hassan Piker that went viral, where he complains about live streaming.
Yes,
Talked about that
job
yesterday.
Can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean?
He's 100% right.
In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will.
Now, this video was very taken out of context, and some of the outrage around it was kind of dumb. But the memes were good. Saying something like streaming is socially draining is good. I like it. I enjoy that as a meme, okay? It's fucking funny.
When she socially drains my balls with her mouth.
Based moment, anyone? Sorry, I should have said when he, for all the gay people in my audience. Based mode.
If I can prove that I never touched my balls,
No comment.
will you promise not to tell on others? So what you saw.
So Ludwig
Streaming
decided-
is a dream job.
Yes, sir.
There it is. Whoa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. Greg,
Yes, sir.
I got to figure out how to make it just do it once, but I appreciate that. I appreciate you, my friend. Shout out to everybody who's on Twitch right now. You're the real MVP. All right? We're low in numbers, but we're strong in heart. All right? And just know that, Greg. Just know that. I completely forgot everything that I was going to say, and we're just going to keep moving. We're just going to keep moving forward.
To make a little joke about this in a video he made. He poked a little bit of fun, and Hassan noticed.
As a streamer myself for almost 6 years now, on how hard it really is.
Bro.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I would look. I just.
Oh God, it's just like, what's funny is you haven't
See,
even
my reaction to this yesterday was a lot stronger. I'm not going to fake it.
addressed
I'm not going to fake it.
And since then, I know it's just an opportunity for every single person to be like, look, guys, I'm a content creator. I'm really privileged.
Bro,
like, yeah,
fix
dog,
it.
we all are. We all talk about it all the fucking time.
No, I'm talking
it just
to-
annoys me because like
what's this
it's
shit
such a
called?
fake thing to do.
Streamlabs.
It's just literally using someone who you're friends with, like being maliciously clipped out of context to be like,
Maliciously, a little hyperbolic, but whatevs.
I'm actually one of the good content creators.
Okay.
I know how privileged I am. It's like, yeah, I do too. That's so dumb. Oh my God.
Look at how mad this
God, he's just such a whiny bitch. Every single clip I've ever seen of this dude, he's just so unlikable.
guy is. He's so mad. He tries to make it look like Ludwig is like morally posturing about himself about this issue instead of just making a joke about the Hassan clip, making a dumb joke. It's not a big deal, and
Oh my
Hassan is
God,
actually
what?
tilted.
Ay, ay, ay. It's like no different than what Muda did. He showed
it's
the
actually not
context
you this
though.
time.
It doesn't fucking matter that he showed the context. It's just a way to just literally farm off the
Taylor.
drama. Whatever. F it. Who gives?
God damn it.
I don't give a about this conversation. Frankly,
yeah, no video for Nick Marks from Ludwig. You know, because
I think it's dumb. Okay.
Stream and these people have to deal with it, law. It's like, it's odd that I have to just like sit here and be like, yeah, that's right, dude. Yeah, wag your fucking finger at me. Like,
But he's not doing that though. Like, that's the thing. I don't know if Hassan is just an unaware, sensitive bitch. I'm just kidding. I do know that he is that. But he's not doing that. He made like a super duper lighthearted joke that's like barely toward you. Because that's not even what you said. And he showed that that's not what you said. You're acting like he like fucked you over and threw you under the bus to get some validation points. Greg, you're a fucking real one and I appreciate that. But that's not what he did. He made like a lighthearted joke on the situation, which is something that you should be able to do if you weren't such a huge throbbing little pussy. But you are a huge throbbing little pussy. And that's why most people with a brain don't like you. But, you know, you're going to keep doing your thing. You're going to keep acting like a fucking bitch. And people are going to keep not liking you because you act like a fucking bitch. And, you know, it is what it is. I don't know. Are we winning? Like, who's winning in this situation? Are we winning? Is he winning? Are we all losing? I don't even know. I'm going to make my face cam a little bigger. Because I see Hassan's is bigger. And I can't have him be bigger than mine.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Who
it's
is
just,
we?
You're right.
Good point.
Communist, hypocrite.
Like, did he say that?
bums me out, man.
Communist, hypocrite. Like, nobody, he's so fucking lame. Like, no one said any of that. Like, he came at you like a 2, and you're acting like he came at you like a fucking 10.5. You know what I mean? It's just, like, so over dramatic for no reason.
More honestly than
Oh, wait, my
random
bad.
dumb online
There it is.
that are just saying a whole bunch of shit about my family or whatever.
It's clear Hassan is just mad because he got made fun of by another big streamer who probably has a lot of audience overlap with him. And Hassan hates jokes being made about him unless they're like in the few permitted things he's okay with you joking about. In that video itself,
What, like how handsome and rich he is? Oh, wait, no, you can't say rich. Maybe like how ugly he is or something. No, he probably doesn't like that either. I don't know. I don't know.
not even criticize Hassan at all. He was pretty nice. He made a light joke here, but Hassan's
Very
chat
light.
ended up going over to Ludwig's stream and spamming him about it. And you can see how nervous Ludwig gets. He's like, what? Did I make Hassan angry? No. It couldn't be. I mean, I would never do anything to like piss off Hassan. Like he's a good guy.
You should call Hassan and apologize. Why is Hassan mad?
Jesus. Imagine. My response to that and his response to that are very different. I guess they are friends, right? They're allies. But Leon, if you're still watching, if somebody was like, you should call Leon and apologize, I'd be like, fuck that old bitch. He can fucking handle it himself. Just know that that's the type of energy you're going to get. Just know. Just know now. Just know now, all right? Don't say I never warned you.
What'd I do?
Warned
What'd
you.
I do? Because I'm a mogul male? I feel like everything I said was fine. Am I crazy? Farmed for views?
Ugh.
Well, I mean, that's the deal. I'll just pull them out of the thumbnail, and then I feel like it doesn't really matter much, right? I can just pull them out. I feel like that's...
It's giving, as the ethnics would say, it's giving spineless. It's giving weak. It's giving pussy energy. But it makes sense. Like, if you're friends with Hassan, I feel like you have to have some amount of pussy, and you either that or just like a complete lack of awareness, right?
I feel like outside the thumbnail, you can't really make that argument much.
The complaint from Mr. Piker is that he's being farmed for views.
It's just a way to just literally farm off
Literally.
the drama.
What the f does that even mean?
Everyone farms everyone for views. It's the
Greg,
internet. And
you
it's
don't
like,
have to come at Turkey Tom like that, all right? He's going through, he's growing.
commentary, political
right,
commentary.
he's growing. He's a
streaming,
growing
reacting
boy.
to stuff. Like, this is what everybody does. Hassan's entire career is farming other people's problems and
Exactly. Great point. Great point, Tom.
conflicts that he has nothing to do with for views. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Look at my channel, but I'm
Same.
just saying, like, this is
Like, he does not create anything original. He just sits on stream and watches other people's shit. How many videos do you think Hassan has about fucking a goddamn Ben Shapiro?
not the actual issue
At least 50.
he has. The real issue is that he was made fun of. It's that Ludwig made fun of his comment. He poked a little bit of fun.
Also, this is way too low.
And then Hassan did a
My
literal
bad.
Tom and Jerry scream and threw a tantrum. And so Ludwig didn't just change the thumbnail like he said he might do. He took down the entire original video and remade it. He then lied and said the real reason was because the video was not performing well.
What's up, you guys?
That's another thing. Like, if you want to take a video down because your friend was offended, then just stand on that. You know, it's kind of pussy to be like, well, actually, well, let's see what his reasoning was. I think he says because of the sponsor, but I could be wrong.
Didn't know. That was a mogul mail that I uploaded yesterday. You might not have seen it, though, because I took the video down. The video was called, Do Streamers Have Hard Jobs? And the reason I took it down is because we had a great sponsor on it. But the great sponsor wasn't getting great views.
But the reason the video didn't perform well is because Hassan made you change the thumbnail to some shit-ass picture that doesn't relate to the title at all and nobody cares about. And the reason you did that is because Hassan was mad at you. And in this new video, he defends Hassan for that previous cringe clip, like, ad nauseum.
And also, look, you guys know I'm new as fuck to this YouTube game, but from what the sponsors that I understand, how it works is they give you a month for the video to do well, and if it doesn't reach the number, then you got to do another one with that sponsor. That's what I've seen. So I don't know. I don't know if that works. Obviously, you post way more than I do. I could be totally wrong, but I'm just saying this is the information that I have gathered.
Now, let's give the full context of what he's saying there, because at the surface level, that sentence, a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you, is wrong. It's just flat out wrong. And I think Hassan on stream would probably say that, yeah, that was not the best wording. I should not have said that.
He then spends a good amount of it talking about how worker co-ops are good to spread his, you know, this
oh boy, here we go.
socialist message like Hassan wants or whatever. I don't even have a problem with worker co-ops. I don't give a shit. You know, if you want to be socialist, I don't really care. I think it's totally fine. I just think Hassan is a cringe person, particularly for this. And the funniest part about all of this is he tries to address the criticism he got for taking the video down, and then he sidesteps it to talk about some random comment that he got.
And I see a bunch of people giving me shit. I see all over like random ass videos about Aiden Ross getting scammed, people being like, no spine. Imagine taking down your video because your friend committed social suicide. Why would he private the last video? Whatever.
Well, where else were you supposed to make that criticism? You took the video down. If people
True.
want to criticize you in the comment section, which they have free reign to fucking do on YouTube as far as I'm aware, where else are they supposed to go? Your other videos, right? That would make sense, right?
But I did get a little pissed off about it because I felt like no one actually gave a shit about what I was saying. I was just being...
Bro, what did you say? You didn't say anything important. The most, like, you thing that you did was take the video down. Everything else is just, like, you know, the mild, correct statement to say. So, yeah, what else is there to criticize?
Used in a proxy war for people who don't like Hassan.
Oh, and here we see on screen, if we zoom in here a little bit, we do a little bit of a enhancing. I'm like the guy in the chair right now on the crime show, okay? Enhance image. We can see on live stream fails, we see a post titled Destiny calls out Hassan's hypocrisy over being mad at Ludwig. And here we have the clip.
Hassan is expecting, right? He has the expectation that these guys are going to throw out a life raft for him when he's committing optic suicide, okay? That these guys are going to stake their reputation on throwing a life raft after him when he
also,
sat
Solanical, I appreciate the $1.
there and he basically ridiculed Ethan for being upset that Hassan's entire fan base was calling him basically a fucking Nazi, with Hassan being like, well, I don't know what I can do. I'm not doing about that.
True. Now look, I would love it if we saw like Ludwig respond to this, not just like a 6-second clip. Like, let Destiny or somebody who doesn't like Hassan give their reasons, say a full fucking thing, show the context of Hassan being a little bitch, and then respond to that. But they never fucking do that.
No, I can't do anything about that. And now he's over here rolling around like a baby who's shit his diaper twice with nobody to change it, crying that all of these other streamers aren't throwing out life rafts to help Hassan because he can't control himself for more than 2 weeks without saying something else retarded.
Number one Destiny Glazer over here coming in to say that this is absolutely correct. When the Israel-Palestine stuff was really popping off, Hassan and Ethan of H3H3 had a big falling out over it, where Hassan refused to condemn people who were calling Ethan a terrible person, saying he should die, taking it out of context. Basically, Hassan justified what these people were saying about Ethan based merely on the fact that his comments were misinterpreted by the chat. And he was like, well, you did say that.
Do you care that your chat is calling you?
I feel like we covered almost all of this yesterday. I'm just keeping it real.
Racist? Do you make any attempt to
I have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that at all?
I have not looked at my chat at all, but you
I
have.
just opened it, but don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about me?
It's just such like, dude, oh god, it just really fucking bugs me when people are this allergic to any form of accountability. It's so fucking annoying, dude. It's like, why is this who you want to be? You're like 30-something years old, man. You've had time to figure out how to be a somewhat decent person. You know what I mean? You've had time. But you have the fucking emotional maturity of like a 13-year-old.
32,000 people in here.
Grow up!
Right now, the reason why people are saying that is because of the conflations that you made, Ethan. You literally implied that Jewish Voice for Peace would be akin to a capo in this circumstance.
Oh, you are in so bad faith for saying that, and you for even like putting that out in the world.
Imagine if Hassan was
I
in
think
Ethan's
Hassan's like
position.
32.
The actual mental breakdown he would have would be hilarious. Wait, we don't actually have to imagine it. Because when all that Ludwig did was make a light jab, Hassan's diaper instantly grew 3 sizes.
And what happened then? Well, in Pooville, they say that Hassan's extra large diaper grew 3 sizes that day.
Which is based.
Like a baby who's shit his diaper twice with nobody to change it.
So at some point, Destiny called out Ludwig on Twitter for this, and then Ludwig spent 5 minutes talking about some random person on Twitter who had like sent him a message and was basically like, and this is the kind of thing that these communities encourage when I get called out.
Now this is a DM from a guy that's just said no balls because I removed the video. Again, what the fucking plan to re-upload the video? But he messages me and he says no balls. Now, you know, by itself, you don't think much of it. But then...
Question, does anybody know, when he re-uploaded the video, what did he take out? Did he just take out the sponsor? Because if he just took out the sponsor and left everything, then I have no issue with that, right? I guess. If it then it would show that it really is just about the sponsor. But if he took out the whole Hassan clip, then you look like a little bitch. Oh, he reshot it? Is this true? I'm not going to go look, but is this true? He took out the critique of Hassan. I'm just going to go with you guys because it's easier. I'm taking the easy way out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, journalist gods. The whole video was different? Okay, you're all saying the same thing, so hopefully you're not lying.
I clicked on
it. Yeah, that's super pussy. That's not re-uploading it. That's just making a new video. That's bitch made.
His Twitter account. And I see that he said this. Wish assassinations were a real thing. And this isn't a quote retweet to people in this situation. Not trying to say who. I'm not trying to get demonetized here. But what a crazy thing for Mr. Penis Head to say. And then I scrolled up in our DMs. And I found out that this dude was my viewer 5 years ago. Hey, man.
Okay.
And love your streams. They help me out a lot when I'm bored or sad. When I have disposable income one day, I'll give you a few shekels a month. Dude, what the f*** are we doing, man?
Like, bro, you're a fucking content creator millionaire. Everybody gets mean comments. Why did you spend 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I've had the "you've changed" comments at fucking 30,000. You don't? I'm sure you've gotten that a fuck ton of times.
Fixating on this one loser. You gave him attention, which is what he wanted in the first place. Ironically, while Ludwig didn't want to be used for this proxy war against Hassan, he ended up being used by Hassan in a proxy war against Destiny. He completely flipped sides on this because he's scared of Hassan Piker and defending him.
What a crazy
question for the people who know more and probably care more too, which is probably everyone. Why would Ludwig be afraid of Hassan? Like, isn't their shit like the same? Like, there's the size of their channels? Is he just that much of a little bitch? Like, what is there to be afraid of, right? Hassan's shit's dying. Like, Ludwig's got a huge following, right? I feel like he's probably even more is he more mainstream than Hassan? I don't know. Because he's white and Hassan can call him racist. I wonder how he feels when Frogan called him that straight C word, that hard C. And then Hassan's like, oh, fuck him. I wonder how he feels about that. Very interesting.
crazy thing for Mr. Penis Head to say.
And this
Super
is a
Saiyan, welcome back.
common thing with Hassan too, like when he begs the livestream fail subreddit to stop letting people post about him. He acts all tough like he's this leftist badass taking on the world, but in reality, he's just a giant walking vagina who cannot stand when people criticize him or even poke a little bit of fun at him.
For real, bro, like, again. You can't be this fucking aggro and be this much of a pussy, because we all have seen Hassan. He's not like some nice, chill dude. If he doesn't like you, he's funny and he's clever enough to go in on your ass and roast the fuck out of you. So you can't be this fucking mean when it comes to the hogs and the repubs and even literally anybody who's not a fucking leftist. And this much of a pussy, especially when you're on fucking Complex talking about, oh yeah, I love the criticism. I feed off of it. It gives me energy. Like, how do you have this little of awareness? Like, you don't see people are going to take this and use it against you when you act like a bitch. If you're going to be a giant pussy, at least be a self-aware giant pussy. I feel like I'm not asking for a lot. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm not asking for a lot here. You can be a bitch. Just own it. All I'm saying. All I'm saying. He's basically Donald Trump. Greg, you're kind of right. I agree.
On vagina from now on, and he's further
That's why it doesn't matter what your politics are. If you're just a shitty person, you are a shitty person.
Self to be just that. And this brings us to the current drama.
Uh-oh. All I'm saying, let's start this fucking war, bro. Let's get it going. Let's go. Fuck it. I'm
Ludwig
ready.
runs a podcast called The
I'm just kidding.
Yard, which is actually kind of a cool idea. They've got this nice set here in the background.
It is a
all
cool
these
idea.
Guys sitting there just chatting about whatever's interesting to them that week. I mean, I guess that's every podcast. I take back what I said, but I like the set, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
the
trying
set
to
is
be
outside.
a nice guy over here. I like the children's backyard meme, whatever, okay? It's cool. And one of Ludwig's friends named
Rogan has a huge gut.
Slime decided to talk Destiny on that podcast.
Wait, what?
Someone saw this clip and they decided to make an edit showing Destiny research.
Oh, damn. I was like, who? I thought you were talking about Joe Rogan. I honestly forgot who Fruggan was. All I can say is, let's all make sure that she wins, what is it, like, up-and-coming streamer for the third year in a row. Let's make sure we vote for her. I'm rooting for her. I feel like 2024 is going to be her year. We thought it was 2023. And we also thought it was 2022, but I'm really thinking it's going to be 2024. This is her chance. Let's go.
The issue, and clearly not just reading from Wikipedia. So Slime, the guy on the podcast who made the comment, responds with a very long thread on Twitter, and eventually he admits he did lie about his initial comments, and basically said that because he has a friend who's very passionate about the Palestinian struggle, he decided to make this comment, and he doesn't actually know really much about Destiny, I guess. Destiny questioned why he made the whole thread, and Slime responded with this picture. I don't know what this means exactly, but I assume it's him making fun of the whole cuck thing with Destiny, which, look, kind of base, okay? Listen.
Lilith, I did. I actually put that in one of my, I think my first video where I had Hassan in it.
I think that stuff is kind of funny. I'm sorry, DGG. I just find the open relationship thing kind of funny, and it is. But as it turns out, Slime has been arguing on Reddit, of all places, a lot about why he made these comments. They keep going back and forth, and eventually...
I don't know why people can't just own the fuck up and move on. Be like, you know what, my bad, I got a little emotional. People will forgive you. I think the internet is a lot more forgiving of a place than people realize. Now, hey, I'm very new here, but just from being a viewer... Usually when you own your fuck-ups, people don't really care. It's just when you refuse to take any sort of accountability, I think that's when people get really fucking annoyed.
Destiny takes a shot at Ludwig, saying he seems cool because he tries as hard as possible to appeal to the widest set of people possible. He's like if you were to test a human in front of 20 focus groups of online content consumers and produce a machine to appeal to all of them evenly.
Now that's really got to cut deep because it's so accurate. And if you're Ludwig, you know that's what you are, and you're like, fuck. He got me. And I bet you if Ludwig was like Destiny,
Did you ever watch the videos of Hassan when he was a dating coach? It was fucking embarrassing, but I was able to get a laugh out of it.
Crazy that she says fuck. And yes, I did. Yeah, I literally just talked about that. Yeah, like I said, our AI warrior, she's a little bit slow, but she tries her best. She's consistent, though, and I appreciate her for that. A little slow, though. But I forgot my point. Fuck.
And I agree. A few replies later, and Ludwig is making fun of Destiny's divorce with Melina. And in all fairness, in this situation, Destiny definitely baited this kind of response out of him, and he got kind of owned from.
I feel like with Ludwig's response, that was valid. I feel like that was a good response. The little fucking, the 50 cent. I feel like that's good. He's kind of taking it in stride a little bit. He didn't say anything. I feel like this is a little much. It's like he's kind of laughing at himself a little bit. And then just to go here, a little much. A little much. If I was Destiny, I probably would have left it alone, but I'm not Destiny, and thankfully I'm not, because I'm glad that they're fighting. I think it's funny. So let's keep watching.
And he definitely baited this kind of response out of him, and he got kind of owned from the public perspective, I think. This is a brutal, brutal ratio, okay?
Now, I'll read it because I'm a man of the people. Boom. Don't you mean Boom making fun of his wife, or no, his girlfriend, when she was crying on stream because I guess Ludwig's friend was caught going on one of those sites where they superimpose some fucking e-celeb on some porn star getting fucked, and she felt as though that was a violation of her body and face, or her face, I guess, and she started crying. Some people empathized, others thought she was goofy as fuck for crying on stream. Where do you guys stand? I don't know if I want to say where I stand. Well, I'll say it. I'm gonna be 100% real. This is how I feel about it, okay? I feel like if that was me, I wouldn't give a fuck, but I realize I'm not a woman, and I know you guys go through a lot of weird shit, so I'm like, alright, it doesn't necessarily bother me, but when I see that, I don't get it. I'm gonna be real. I'm like, why would that bother you that much? Doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, this fucking dumb bitch is crying. Oh, get the fuck over it. Just because I'm like, well, I'm a 15% sociopath. Maybe I just don't get it. But I'm not gonna pretend like I give a fuck. I'm just being honest. I'm just trying to keep it real. Trying to keep it real. I felt nothing. I feel like that's something I could laugh off, but I've never been there. But I'm like, oh shit, they're fucking taking my fucking, putting on porn stars? That's wild. And it's very obvious it's not me. Now, if the world thought it was me, that's a whole nother story. But if it's like super obvious it's not me, I probably would never want to watch it. But I don't think I would like lose sleep knowing that that's out there. But also, I'm not woman, so, you know, I'm gonna let it slide. Starting a stream to cry is weird. Yeah, hopefully I never do that. You know, we'll see. You think women have issues? Beta. That's true. Fuck, my bad.
I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. But what many people may not know is that this sort of streamer Cold War has been going on for years, and this is just the culmination.
Streamer Cold War.
This is just when it's all bubbled to the surface. So a lot of people are thinking, oh,
yeah. Once I start crying, you guys know I've changed.
Line for Destiny to make his comment about cutie Cinderella and make fun of her crying, right? Which, in a vacuum, I would agree. You could say it's out of line. I still think it's funny. But you could say it's out of line, right? You could say it's not, it shouldn't be socially acceptable. Not cool, man. That's not cool. But this is just a small part of this painting. When you see the entire thing, things make a lot more sense for why he would make a comment like that. That entire group of weirdos shamelessly spreads rumors and fantasies about me constantly to clout signal. It's gross. I lost what little respect I had for Ludwig after watching him delete a video because of a tiny little joke he made about Hassan, then lying about the reason he deleted it while accusing my community of something it never did. And a lot of the story goes back to cheeseballs.
Fair.
Back in 2017, Ludwig had just
I don't know if you got to bring his girl into it. I personally don't care that much, but
out on Twitch. He had like a very
I get
low
why you're
viewers
upset
on average, and he went to TwitchCon. He told a story about that 2017 TwitchCon experience, about how he got bad vibes from Destiny.
Remember that day? My vibes were immaculate. I got everybody in the room to play this game. We had a bunch of, you know, that giant thing of cheese balls. We're at TwitchCon. I remember this. We had this giant thing of cheese balls. I had a fucking circle of like 10 people around me, and we were trying to throw the
mothership, right? Though, like crying private, like a fucking adult. I agree with you.
Cheese ball into every person's mouth in a row.
Person with Asian writing. I don't know what kind. You're not gonna cancel me for my guess. What do I call you? I can't read that shit.
We failed, we would restart. I don't know how, but I got
LA accent. I'm from LA. I don't know what this kind of accent is. I don't mean like his tone. I mean, my vibes were immaculate. Like, shut up.
Somebody to start playing this game.
Dork.
We were playing it like it was the Super Bowl. If someone dropped it at cheeseball 8, there was fists being thrown. Just a dumb game that you play with your friends.
Like him.
But I remember he comes in and I go cheeseball and he goes no. And ever since then, I was like, hey, just like every other human on this earth, I hope he does well. I hope he does good things. But the vibes aren't there for me. He wouldn't enter the cheeseball circle. That is the cheeseball vibe check. But
God, like that sentence. That is the cheeseball vibe check. That's something that nobody I could be friends with would ever say. You know what I mean? Some people got that to their core. Some people are very confused. Who got that? I'm just curious. Like if you say unironically, that was the cheeseball vibe check, you are a type of person. A type of person I can only like so much. You can never be in my core circle. That's my vibe check. I don't use processed foods. I'm just kidding, kind of.
Look, ultimately, I think I say it's about, dude,
It's
anyone.
Japanese. I know it's Japanese.
The fucking guy who scammed me out of
Oh,
100K.
what the fuck? Wait.
A guy who's being weirdly mean to my girlfriend. Wish
Did you guys
him the
ever
best.
answer?
I hope he does the most
Fake. You're being fake.
in his life in this short time on this earth
Ooh, short
to
time.
make it a better place, to make the lives of people around him a better.
Yeah, this is fake as fuck. This is cringy. I don't like this.
Better and can.
This guy who just disrespected my girlfriend, I wish him the best because I'm a good person. Don't you see that I'm such a good person? I wish him the best. Hope he can do as much good for this planet as he can for the short time he's here. Like, why are you saying all this bullshit? Just say you don't like him. Just say you don't like him because he came after your girl. No one's going to hate that, Lud. Also, I said this yesterday, but I will say it again. If your name is Ludwig, you have to be a composer, a pianist. I'll allow violinist barely. But if you don't play classical music and your name is Ludwig, I don't see you as a real person. And that's just how I feel about it. People are allowed to feel the way they feel. That's how I feel about it. You are a fraud. If you don't choose to play classical music for your profession, you are a fraud.
I hope we interact as few times as possible.
And you heard it here first.
Now, this is a super dumb story.
Wait, so what was the last thing you said?
Better and can. I hope we interact as few times as possible.
Now,
Yeah. Maybe. No. Yeah, I was going to say maybe that's just who he is, but it's clearly not because he's doing all this underhanded bullshit. You can just be like, fuck that guy. You're allowed to feel like that. Does he know that? I mean, he's the one with the Red Bull sponsor, not me. But yeah, that's when you're a bitch to me. If if you're like hiding who you are that much, where you can't even be like, yeah, I don't like this dude who insulted me. You have to be like, I just like wish him the best when you don't mean it. If you're that person, that's beautiful. Love that for you. But you're clearly not. So just, be who you are. It's people can see how fake you are. Clearly, I mean, he's making a video about how fake you are, but people are gonna find out.
This is a super dumb story, and ultimately,
yes, we are
shouldn't
Lyric.
mean that much. But the point of him telling it is basically to paint Lil Steve over here as someone who doesn't like to have fun. He doesn't like games with peers. He's just kind of a stuck-up
Pass the
person,
cheeseball
right?
vibe check.
That is the cheeseball vibe check.
People
my
ended up
God!
digging through
Great
videos
minds.
from the time, and as it turns out, these were false cheeseball allegations. Okay, he did eat the cheeseball.
If he hits it first try, I'll give him $100.
First try $100. Okay.
Dude, it's do it. You're a millionaire.
You should. Damn, bro, you fucking suck. You can't. It's so easy. So easy. I would have done it. I would have won the $100 because I'm a fucking winner, just so you guys know.
But Cheese Chads stay winning, as always. But this is nothing, right? I mean, alone,
Bizarre,
this is not
stop.
a big deal. Ludwig could have misremembered. And
You're
even if he
racist.
did lie about this, it's about cheeseball, so who fucking cares, right? Isolated incident, who cares? But this is not the only time that Ludwig has lied about certain events around a
He
Destiny.
did seem to be very certain that he said no. He seemed to be very certain that he was like, nah, I ain't doing that shit. Fuck you. Seemed like it really stuck with him,
And the reason why, once again, is in regards to Mr. Piker. Do you guys remember there was this whole story like a year or two ago about Hassan's big-ass house that he bought? A bunch of people called him out for being a champagne socialist when it happened, myself included. Well, Ludwig at the time claimed that Destiny doxed him.
It's like the first guy to dunk on Hassan by posting him with the admittedly cringy "make the rich pay" shirt and then the house, which you know, he's not the man who posted the story, but that's the thing that
does that count as doxing? I mean, I guess it is information. It's not like it has his address or anything on there.
You know, he's not the man who posted the story, but that's the thing that originally doxed him.
Oh,
it's just,
so he's not the one that posted the story. The information was out there already, and he just used public information. That counts as doxing? All right.
Weird to say I don't care when you're the first person to post the tweet, even if it's a dunk. I mean, you got to care somewhat. He's acting like the news just landed on his desk.
And this is full stop. Posting an article is not doxing. And if you look at the screenshot of the article here, his address is nowhere to be found.
Right.
So why even say something like that? Why make that argument? Well, it's because Hassan is friends with Ludwig. And Ludwig is going to uncritically repeat everything he says or he thinks that he wants to hear in his favor. He can't even make fun of him without Hassan flipping his shit. So he almost has to say stuff like this to maintain the friendship, to maintain the connection, which is really what Ludwig is concerned with. He doesn't want static with one of these big, you know, in the zeitgeist streamers. The Twitch aristocracy, you can call them. And this goes even deeper than that. If you read around a bit, meaning browse YouTube, like I did for this, you start to find more connections. Cutie Cinderella, who you may remember from the whole deepfake AI drama, is Ludwig's girlfriend, of course. She's also friends with Caseytron, and they've done content together making cake.
Is a
All things
Caseytron?
considered, I feel like it's irresponsible for Caseytron to be eating even more on stream for no particular reason. But you know what? Different strokes for different...
My mother says, please hit the like button.
Vogues. Obviously, I'm joking. But Caseytron has called Destiny a file before and clearly hates him. QT Cinderella is also friends with Just a Minx. Although that friendship has had some serious trials and tribulations when Minx unfortunately ended up getting one of her parties shut down because she was drinking a lot there.
Oh shit. God damn, she white girl wasted.
Caseytron.
Oh wow. See, this is why I don't go outside. This is why I don't go outside, because I'll get blamed for that.
Like I said, called Destiny a file. And Casey and Just a Minx back in the day defended Bob Seven when he was misusing his position of power as a producer on the Austin show.
One of those statements was whether or not Caseytron and Minx were in the initial girl call. I had said that they were not. Caseytron claims she was, then brings up that I asked her a question in the call, or someone else did, and then I second-guessed myself and said, oh, maybe her and Minx were in the call.
See, look, I'm just letting you guys know where I'm at. This type of shit is where I'm like, I'm too into the internet. You know what I mean? Once I'm into like a phone call, like a random stream from Destiny 3 years ago where he's talking about Caseytron and Minx and some phone call, I'm in too deep. I'm like 17% in too deep. Bring me back. Tom, bring me back.
Call. I have gone back and I've time-stamped, checked the group and everything. Caseytron and Minx were never in the original girl call ever. I have no idea why the they think it is appropriate for either of those clout-chasing dipshits to involve themselves so publicly in this and defend somebody who is being abusive towards a girl that is being manipulated into changing her sexual harassment story to cover for Bob Seven.
So as you can tell, all of this is very high school drama. A lot of it's very petty. A lot of it is a who knows who type thing. And you can probably be a viewer of Destiny and still be a viewer of Ludwig and like be fine with it, right? If you think Ludwig's content is decent enough. But generally speaking, from the content creator perspective, if you know Hassan, if you're friends with Hassan, you fucking hate Destiny. And you can trace a line between all of these people. But now this association that Ludwig has is backfiring a little bit as this individual named Frogan is now saying that Ludwig is a
friend of the channel
cracker because he donated $10,000 to Palestine's relief fund because he didn't tell everyone to do it. So he's like a bad person or something.
I find ultimately
fucking arrogance. I'm going to try to stay chill this time.
Like if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where
like tip emergency rent. Somebody, she got $800. People were giving her $800 for this dog shit. Why? Why? This makes me hate America just a little bit. Hopefully it'll go away in 17 minutes or less, but it does make me hate America just a little bit.
Like 95% of people feel good and are down for it. And like ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated $10K. Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. But I won't throw it on you, you know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are gonna say that. You know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
Difference between like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is, but I don't need to put your money there. I don't need to enter a debate about whether that's worthwhile.
Take. Hey, I know Arabs are dying, but you know, I'm not gonna tell you to donate. Think about the Twitch streamers.
He
that
literally did say to donate. Is she? Oh God, I can't get mad about this shit 2 days in a row. It's just it's too
like
much.
streamers in general. We're gonna go to YouTube as well. YouTube and Twitch streamers that haven't said shit about Palestine until engagement was threatened. You know, but the ones that got the most.
This bitch does realize that most people have no awareness of anything that doesn't involve themselves, you included, right? Does she know how people work? Especially online influencers. You really think they give a fuck about war that doesn't concern them? Really? This is shocking to you? You know there's still a war going on in Ukraine, right? You want them to talk about that every single day too? Like, is she fucking stupid? Of course she is. This is Hassan Piker's moderator. Of course she's stupid, Kahmal. Of course she is. What's wrong with you? Where have you been?
For talking about Palestine,
I apologize.
Since October 7th have been me, Caroline, Hassan.
Wow. So brave.
Years is like, oh yeah, you know, me, I donated $10,000, but I'm not gonna promote it.
So I personally
He's literally promoting it right now. He said you should donate if you can. What more do you fucking want him to do?
donated 10K because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate.
I donated $10,000, but I'm not going to promote it.
Twitch is absolute fucking cancer. I hate these people. I hate them, if you can't tell.
For
the
real.
problems with Palestine is coming very soon, by the way. I know you guys are really looking forward to that video. So look out for that one. You should be excited. It's going to be 10 hours long. So many problems I have personally. Okay, I'm invested in this conflict. I'm going to expose the whole goddamn country, okay? Major Palestine drama, guys. Moist Critic is weighing in.
No
I'm super
body
high.
shaming. All right? We're all thinking it. But we have to keep that bottled up inside. You say that out loud, all right? In the comfort of your own home.
One thing I don't
Like
love
I
that
would be
Destiny did
doing.
here is that he brought Will Neff into this drama and like outed some of his relationship issues or whatever. Unless there's something I'm missing here and Will Neff has like done the same to Destiny or like done the same kind of, you know, personal information exposing or something. I don't really see a reason to do that, even if it does regard Melina.
Do you think that Hassan can't stop crying about you even offline when hanging out with these people? Oh, yes. Oh, I guess I can say that now.
Again looks like a penguin. So goofy.
I'm not beating the allegations with you people, all right? I'm not beating the allegations. Stop. Before I get an exposed video made on my misogynistic chat. We already had Mooserton call you guys racist. Now I gotta fight against the fatphobic shit too? What's wrong with you people? All right? Come on. You're not helping me. Lyric. Nah, don't ban anybody. I'm just kidding.
Melina, in between...
I'm sorry, I don't care. I'm going to be real. If you're somebody I don't like, if it's up to me, I know YouTube is different. If it's up to me, you can body shame them. That's where I stand. That's not everybody's line. That's my line. You can make fun of whatever. Depending on how bad the disability or disfigurement or whatever it is, and how bad their personality is, you have to find a balance. You know, it's not like if you slightly dislike somebody in a wheelchair, you can go straight for the wheelchair. But if they're in a wheelchair and they're like, hey, you know, a pedophilia, then go ahead. Go ahead. That's my line. But, you know, that's not everyone.
Talking to me about Will and showing me his...
We don't have to go pedophilia. Racist. I'll make fun of a racist man in a wheelchair for being in a wheelchair. That's me. That's not everyone, though. You know, I'm just saying.
Dick pictures on her phone when they weren't trying to hook up behind his girlfriend's back.
Oh,
Melina
wow.
would tell me that Will would tell her that Hassan religiously follows my... So I guess I
Well, Tom, if you don't like the exposing, why put this in here for more people to see it, you know?
have lied about that publicly when I'm like, do these people actually watch me that much? They do. Hassan obsessively follows a lot of my and I knew that because Will told that to Melina, which I thought was
I'm a
funny.
React streamer now.
I mean, these clips are just something else, really.
Is Will in an open relationship? Yeah, I just don't think his girlfriend knows about it.
So yeah, I feel like that wasn't necessary at all, honestly. And I think you can criticize Destiny for that. But in all fairness, Will's girlfriend has said that she thinks Destiny shouldn't be alive, so there's a reason why he feels justified in going scorched earth on the entire friend group, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm with it then. Oh, yeah. If a bitch said that I need to die, I'm gonna make fun of the fact that your boyfriend cheats on you. I'm on Destiny's side. Yeah, fuck that. Before, I was agreeing with Tom unnecessary. Nah, yeah. If she says I need to die, I don't care. Yeah, I'm definitely, I'm 100% saying that. 100%.
Man, it feels so nice to see people outside of the world of politics having Twitter wars with a certain little rat. Anyway,
Was a casualty? Pick a better girlfriend, bro. Pick a better girlfriend.
He's getting slapped so hard it's gonna knock him into a third divorce. Anywho, all right, we have a lot of important things to cover today, and that to me is not important news. It's just the continuation of someone whose existence is not justified.
And then the latest.
But was this after? If she said that after, then that's fair. But if she said it before, then yeah, I'm exposing the shit. But I don't know what she said before for Destiny to want to do that. So maybe I take it back. But also, who cares? You know what I mean?
This here is that Ludwig showed some messages from Destiny in his chat where he talks about his frustrations with the whole Twitch friend group. Destiny says, "Who is my strongest soldier? I need an IDF. It's actually so fucking irritating. And their sycophantic incel fans eat it all up and regurgitate the same stuff. It's just so annoying. These people hit on me literally every single random weird personal attack because they are fighting over eating the scraps of Hassan's last dump, so they echo everything they've heard from him constantly. Why bring up my wife or my family or my ex or anything about me constantly? I'm thinking Jonestown, but not tragic. Make the world a better place and seriously end yourselves in a group. I think the best thing that could happen is they all grab a bag of fent-loaded coke so they can all go join Slime's OD'd dead dad sick."
Jesus Christ, bro. This motherfucker is cutthroat.
6 feet under. Now, out of context, this undoubtedly looks unhinged, but, I mean, once again, you can't really blame Destiny for making fun of people for this kind of stuff when they're making fun of his personal life and his personal relationships and constantly taking
I mean, there's people, this is, again, it kind of ties back to the Drake shit. There's people that you should know that if you piss them off, they will light you the fuck up. Destiny is definitely one of those people. To me, that's very obvious. He's very smart, he's quick, and he is very funny. That's somebody I wouldn't want to fuck with, especially if I have a lot of dirt, public dirt. You know, I wouldn't be shaking that tree. That's just bad news for me. You have to have that kind of awareness in life. Not saying this is justified. Obviously, I don't give a fuck, but you have to have some sort of awareness about yourself.
Thoughts at him, right? And this is not the only time this has happened. Ludwig has called him ugly before. Slime here is making fun of his.
Okay, I don't know if you can go from dead OD'd father to also called him ugly. That's quite the drop, but you know, I hear you.
Relationship, his ex-wife, he's made fun of his son and stuff like that, so it's not really surprising that Destiny would go to lengths like this.
If you bring the kids in,
the screenshot, I believe, to kind of make Destiny look unhinged. But by comparison, considering the amount of insane shit that Hassan has said on stream, like when he said that America deserved 9/11.
This is so insane. America deserved 9/11, dude. F it, I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training.
In a video game.
And then instead of truly defending himself, he went on to say that English is his second language.
I know, right? That was such a
no, I didn't say
bitch way to go.
Americans deserve 9/11. I said America deserves 9/11.
Right, but that's
and
still
in that
wrong.
Moment, well, maybe you can chalk it up to English being my second language, or
I won't. No, you can chalk it up to English being my second language. Haven't you been speaking English like your whole life? You have no accent. And you speak for a living.
whatever you want to chalk it up to.
Like the dude.
Leon, nobody cares. You got a computer, bro. Keep it to yourself. All right, buddy?
Can't even back up the crazy shit he says.
Thanks.
He's a perpetual liar. He's also laughed at videos of innocent police officers getting shot and dying. He laughed at Kyle Rittenhouse when he was on the stand and was crying because he went through a really traumatic event, obviously. The dude is not like a kosher guy. He laughs about the right things. He jokes about the right subjects and what's societally acceptable to joke about right now to the Twitch audience, which currently is making fun of, I guess, Israel or whatever. And this, to me, is the crux of the entire issue and why these people piss me off. Ludwig and his friends care about being appealing to the most amount of people possible. They want mass appeal, and that's why they placate certain other people like Hassan to maintain success, because they want to be in the good graces of the Twitch poggers community and the OTK audience and all these people, right? A lot of people ask me, Tom, why do you like
people? What's a pogger? I hear Twitch people say that. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that word means.
Appealing about him. Why do you think he's cool? I mean, there's the cuck stuff.
You caught a Pokemon? No, you didn't, child. They're not even real, bro. This guy's a fucking god. Leon, I have so much to teach you. Pokemon aren't even real, dude. Guy doesn't even fucking know that yet. Figure it out.
Relationships, right? Cringe.
This man said, "Don't worry about it."
Some of the crazy clips that have come out over the years of him saying
It
crazy
means
stuff.
dope?
So what about
How?
this person could be appealing to you? Like, why could you ever even like this guy? Well, it's exactly that. I like when people are willing to say what the audience wants. The fake PC people. I'm going to do what I want and not rely on this cringe little group of losers and their approval. I mean, this is the same group of people who hosted the Streamies, which was like legendary cringe.
This is cringy white people's way of saying dope. Poggers? Oh my god, they suck.
Dylan Mulvaney.
That's my girl.
The fuck? The Streamies?
The reason I liked content creation in the
Does
first
this motherfucker not even stream?
place was that it wasn't a circle jerk, it wasn't mainstream, it was fun, and it didn't always have to have a point, but it was just like rowdy and reckless, and people weren't constantly trying to suck up to different people so they can go to like this cringe Streamies event. But these people on Twitch like Ludwig are basically Jimmy Kimmel. They just cloned Jimmy Kimmel and gave him a few different skins, and now they're all at the top of Twitch and they're just being boring. So why do I hate Ludwig? It's because he's the epitome of what I hate about modern streamers. He doesn't really believe in anything, he doesn't seem to care about anything, he's never going to say anything controversial,
Yeah, the
and that would be
Streamies.
fine. That would be totally fine, okay? He's definitely done some cool stuff, like with Off.
Vote for me.
That's a pretty cool business. I watched the Colin and Samir video where they toured his business stuff, and you know, he's clearly an ambitious guy. He's accomplished a lot, and you can respect him for that. But I just find Ludwig very boring, okay? Like, I would be willing to forgive him being kind of a fence sitter if he was really funny, and he's not. He makes me want to fall asleep, and that's why Ludwig sucks. All the other stuff is just icing on the cake.
And then, out of nowhere, then out of the blue, my name gets brought up. Destiny. 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 Not in a big way.
I always wondered how many views you'd get if you were ugly. But then I watched Destiny stream.
God, this motherfucker wearing jeans and I almost said Uggs and Crocs. That's the worst thing he's done all fucking day. All right, well, that was interesting. That didn't really change my opinion on literally anything, but whatever. Let's fucking look at this Keffel shit. Oh my god, this video's so long. Okay.